This is how you know if you have a jealous friend. I just want to start by saying people can be jealous of you for many reasons. How you look, the type of job you have, the type of lifestyle you live. Sometimes it's something intangible, like your personality. Yes, people can be jealous of your personality. So here are 3 signs that you have a jealous friend. Number 1, they withhold praise. They are never happy for you and they never give you compliments. It's just such an easy way to tell. Like, anybody who refuses to celebrate your wins hates you. And if they never want to give you compliments ever, it's because they hate you. Because why wouldn't you want your friends to feel celebrated? Number 2, they start acting weird when you guys get around other people. Because they feel threatened by you, they're gonna say or do things to embarrass you in front of others. And number 3, they're always in secret competition with you. You could tell them that you're proud of yourself for waking up at 8 a.m. and they would be like, oh, well, I woke up at 6 a.m. Okay, girl, chocolate chip or oatmeal? Which cookie do you want? Once you see the signs, get rid of them. Bye, Stinky.
The older I get, the easier it is for me to realize when somebody does not like me. I used to be so clueless and just not see when people were jealous of me or not be able to see when people didn't like me. But let me tell y'all, for my other clueless girlies, here are 3 signs that that girl does not like you. She ain't your friend. She might be acting like your friend, but she's not. Number 1, every time you bring up something, whether it's a guy, whether it's clothes, whether it's what you got going on with your life or career, she's always trying to compare. You can't bring up nothing in your life without her trying to compare it to hers. You don't get a moment. It's going to be y'all's moment. Jealous. Number 2, this person has a hard time giving you compliments or praise. You will praise them. You will hype them up. You will, yes, girl, you will woo, 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 and scream for them when they get something accomplished. But when it's your turn around, it's a whisper. Congratulations, girls. Jealous. And lastly, y'all get along best when you're doing bad. When you're at your lowest points, mentally, physically, you may be going through a hard time with breakups, or you may be going through a hard time with school. That's when it seems like y'all relationship is the closest. But whenever you feel like you're doing good, or whenever things are looking up, or things are flourishing, or you in a healthy relationship, or you doing good, it's always friction, or it always feel weird. It only feels good in a relationship when you're doing bad. If these 3 signs apply, please get rid of that friend. This is your sign. Get rid of her. That girl is not your friend.
Here's some signs that someone envies you. Belittlement. Anytime someone envies you, they idolize you in some type of way. And what do I mean by that? How do you hate someone but idolize them at the same time? This person sees you on a pedestal, a very, very high one. Whether that be because of your beauty, your gifts, or just the way people love you. And a lot of times your intelligence. This is why you will rarely ever hear that person compliment you. Because in the mind of somebody that's envious of you, you're already on that high pedestal. Giving you a compliment would just boost up your head to them. Because they already see you as boosted, just to be real. And in all honesty, they don't want to see you go any higher than where you already are in their mind. A lot of times this person won't see many flaws in you. They might see little issues that you do have, but what they want from you outweighs all of that. So since they don't see many flaws with you, they have to belittle you and sometimes even create some. For example, you want a husband? Oh, so what are you going to do about the face? You know, the fat on it? You said you love the way my face looked when I smiled. What's different today? Nothing's different today. She just felt the need to bring you down because she saw a moment or a glimpse of your confidence. And that didn't have to be that day. That could have been days ago, weeks ago, months ago, but she finally found the chance to be able to belittle you in that moment. In her eyes, she had to. She had to humble you back down because at the same time, she wants to keep you around. And that goes to the next point, imitation. You have to truly watch out for the word we. There comes a point when this person starts to say the word we. That's how you know they have gotten deep. For example, I had a buddy and I was wearing Crocs one day. I wore them because my other shoes needed to be washed. But she wouldn't have known that. I came around her, I said, hey. She looked down at my shoes. She looked down at my shoes and said, are we wearing Crocs now? I thought she meant culturally. Like, is it time to bring out the Crocs now? You know? But the next day she came in and she was wearing Crocs. I didn't pay attention to it. When I would pick out certain styles for myself that she did not care for, this is what she would say. People like us don't wear stuff like that. And in my mind, I ignored it at first, but after hearing we about 15 times, I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean we? You mean me? Whenever this person starts to say the word we, be careful. This is the phase right before they start to discard you. And you don't know how far that person will go. I think I'm about to make a part 3.
3 signs your friend is jealous of you. Sign 1, they rarely compliment you. Not that you need phony compliments, but pay attention to people who aren't celebrating your successes. Sign 2, they criticize your other relationships and friendships because they wish they were as likable as you. And sign 3, they rarely invite you out because they're afraid of you stealing their shine. Tap the plus sign to follow for more, and good luck.
I have said this before and I'll continue to say it. This is based on experience. If you have a friend who is competing with you, they're in competition with you, they're imitating everything that you do, attempting to steal your entire identity, you need to not take it lightly and you need to cut them off expeditiously. I know that there's a trend on TikTok right now where girls are speaking up about this, and people are sort of gaslighting them into thinking like, oh, you know, that's normal, that, oh, your friends are inspired by you. Inspiration is different from imitation and competition. And particularly with these female friendships who like to imitate everything you do, they're competing with you, they're jealous of you, they're obsessed with you, and you don't know what they'll do. I have experienced this multiple times in my lifetime. The most recent time, of course, with an adult friendship. And this girl has gone to the extent of trying to infiltrate my family, my intimate relationships, my business partnerships, and literally trying to steal my identity, trying to speak like me, trying to look like me, trying to change her career paths into my career. Like, it's just crazy. But again, you do not understand how deeply these women are obsessed with you, and you don't know what they'll do.
Have you ever had a friend that just secretly hates you? Because I have, and it was terrible. Let's call mine Ashley. So we were all like a group of friends in Nashville, and Ashley and I were like really obsessed with each other until one night we all went out and we met this guy named Nate. After the night, we like were FaceTiming, and I was like, oh my god, that Nate guy was so hot, right? And everyone was like, yes, he was so hot, except for Ashley. She was just smiling over in the FaceTime in the corner. So smug as a bug. 2 mornings later, she group FaceTimes us, and she's like, guess whose house I just woke up at? And we were like, oh my god, whose? And she was like, Nate's house. She group FaceTimed us to tell us, that way I couldn't have a reaction or else I looked crazy, right? So I was silenced. Was I silent or was I silenced? I was silenced. I ran into my roommate's room and I was like, after the FaceTime, and I was like, oh my god, that was weird, right? Like, she's a snake. I already knew, immediately I knew. And she was like, yeah, that was weird. That was so, like, maybe she thought that you were being like casual about thinking Nate was hot, right? And you were kind of joking about it. I knew she was a snake, but I didn't really care about the whole Nate thing, so whatever. He invites us all to a bonfire a couple weeks later, and he wanted to play a board game. He sits next to me and she's across from him, but because he sits next to me, she's looking at me the entire time like this. And then she stands up and she goes and does Nate's dishes in front of all of us. And she was like, I don't really feel like doing a board game when your kitchen is so messy. You could not catch me dead doing a man's dishes in front at a party he's throwing. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's when I was like, babe, you won. You win. I don't know what game this is. I don't want to play. I don't do the dishes. I don't even do my own dishes. I'm not doing his. After that, she really started trying to become besties with my roommate and totally excluded me and everything. I was never invited to literally anything ever, and I would just sit in my room while they would go out, and that sucked. Me and Ashley had the same birthday though, and we still had kind of the same group of friends, and so we had to plan a birthday together, which was actually terrible. At the time, I had a really terrible boyfriend who was really mean to me, who lived in Canada, and I would tell them stories about him, and like it was just like an ongoing joke about how we would break up every other day. And he was coming from Canada to Nashville for my birthday, so he meets all of my friends and he's meeting Ashley, and she comes up to him, and he was being charming, of course, he can do that in front of people. She was like, oh my god, you are nothing like Becca described you. Nothing. Like, so different than what I expected, Becca. I was like, no, sick, yeah, you have no idea what you just did, because he's definitely gonna push me off a cliff later. He's gonna find a cliff to push me off of. So that was sick. Thanks, Ashley, for real. I grabbed my roommate to take her to the bathroom to tell her what Ashley had just done. And when I come back, my boyfriend grabs me and he's like, okay, Becca, I know it's her birthday and I know she's your friend, but that Ashley girl, she just hit on me while you're in the bathroom. Now that I think about it, I don't blame her. Like, it kind of seems like they were a match made in heaven. I should set them up. So yeah.
Three signs that you have a hater, not a friend, in your circle. Listen to me, a woman's intuition never lies. So if you feel like this video may relate to you, it's probably going to. Number one is that they try to belittle your accomplishments. So for example, I got this consulting internship, so I told my friend at the time and her first response was, oh, well, isn't that like easy to get into? Even if it was easy to get into, why would that be your first reply? She had to diminish my accomplishments to make her feel better about herself or her accomplishments. Some people want to see you do good, just not better than them. Which brings me into point number two. They are overly competitive with you. Them being overly competitive comes from a place of insecurity and finding joy in themselves for being better than you. And it all comes down to the fact that they internally lack what they see in you. Deep down, they know your potential and what you're capable of, and they don't have it themselves. That's why they're jealous. And number three is that deep down, you know they're a hater. You feel discouraged to share your wins because you fear their lack of support. Real friends uplift, support, and want to see you reach your highest potential. Let me know if you guys have also experienced this.
And yes, it's true that some people can have more than you and still envy you and still want, for some reason, have this burning desire to humble you. You have a light that they want to dim. You have a flame that they want to put out. And you have a confidence about you that they feel like is superior. You think you're better than us, so I'm going to take you off that high horse. But it's like, no, I know who I am. I know whose I am. And you don't like that I'm confident, so you want to humble me. Let's just call a spade a spade. When you know you have a light and you walk, talk, and act like you have a light, that's the problem. When you know what your purpose is and you're walking in that purpose or you're walking towards that purpose, that's the problem. They got the cars, the clothes, the family, the marriage, all of the materialistic things, and still they haven't quite yet put their finger on the thing that you got your finger on. That's the problem. You have a light and you know you have a light. You have a purpose and you know what that purpose is. That is the problem.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Her Voice TV. Please, if you're new here, do it to subscribe, like, and share. So we are back with an interesting topic: signs to know that your friend, maybe your bestie or your good friend, or is jealous of you, or is a secret hater. So, I don't know, but do you guys notice how almost all the ladies are saying the same thing? They're pointing to one thing. Like, they're pointing to, like, one thing, like, almost all of them. And the first thing is that they try to imitate or copy you. They try to imitate, like, I don't know, but they are no longer with themselves. When things are good, there's a difference between someone, just like they say, there's a difference between someone being inspired by you. Maybe let's say you guys are friends and you are doing well. Maybe let's say you guys are working together in a workplace and you are doing this thing, doing that thing, and it's working well for you. So they try to, like, they're inspired by you and they want to do what you're doing. But this one is someone that secretly wants to be identified as you, secretly want to do what you're doing. I don't know, but this topic is so interesting. I don't know what to say because they have said it all. Like they spilled the tea. Ladies spilled the tea. So if you notice any kind of jealousy, intuition never lies. Energy never lies. Even if they try to hide it, energy, they never lies. Because one thing notice about energy is that they don't compliment you, just like they say. They never see anything. You may be looking your best, feeling yourself. That a normal friend, when you're feeling yourself or looking all good, they're supposed to, like, hype you, praise you. Now even the friends, they're supposed to compliment you, but you will see them, they'll be like, it's not all that, but you know that for you, yes, it's all that, because you know how you spend time trying to put your shit together and all that, and only for them to kind of make it seem as if it's not worth it, as if it's nothing. So guys, like, I don't know, but I would like to know what you guys think about this topic, and I would like to know how, if you have ever dealt with a jealous friend, I would like to know how you guys find out that this person is secretly jealous of me, or this person is a secret hater. Like, I would love to know how you found out. Like, I would love to know how the thing that she did that made you to be like, nah, this person can't be my friend. Nah, this person is not all that. Like, she's not worth it at all. She's not worth it. So that's it. And another thing is that they will not support you, because they feel like you are, doing better than them. They will not support you. They will not, like, that feeling when maybe you are trying to achieve a goal, you are trying to work on this and work on that. A good friend is supposed to maybe support you, give you advice, maybe if they have any idea on how that will work out, they will tell you that this is how to do it, this is what to do, and this is not what to do. But they feel like, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. Like, if that's what you want to do, do it. Like, the energy, the feeling of having someone is not there at all. So guys, I don't want to say much, but I know that you guys know what I'm saying. So please leave a comment below. Tell me how you found out that this person is not your friend, that this person is really hating on you, that this person is after what you have, that this person is just there to monitor your life, or to, what I mean, right? So I love you guys. Next time.